stand before this group of people and this collection of coaches as the head football coach at Rutgers University. I'm fortunate to take over a program. It's been to 6 bowl games in the last 7 years. We've won the last 5 of those bowl games. And while we've been able to do that, we've finished top 10 in the APR every year since it's been out. That's an exciting program to take over. And when you get your first head coaching job, I'll echo some of the sentiments of Coach Christ. You never really know where it's going to be. And to have the ability to take over a program in a great conference like the Big East with players I have sitting on my left here, it's as exciting a time in my life as I could have. You know, on behalf of the Rutgers football program, I'd like to thank Joe Bailey and Nick Carparelli for the event that they put on these last couple days. It's been a first-class event all the way, and to see the vision of this conference and where we're going, it's an exciting time in Big East football. Our players report this Sunday, and just to give you a little bit of a roster update, because you're going to see the media guide, you know, we have 2 former players that are not going to be with us anymore. Rashad Knight and Fred Overstreet have transferred out. And we also have 2 players that unfortunately, because of injury, are not going to be able to participate and compete with us this year. Frank Quartucci, an offensive lineman from New Jersey, has a hip issue that's not going to allow him to play football anymore, but he's going to remain with our program. And David Maluski, unfortunately, has suffered his 3rd ACL injury, which is a tragic event in his life, and we're supporting him every way we can, but we're not going to see David on the field this year, which is unfortunate for us. We do have 4 players with us here today, and I'll go right along the table here. Mark Harrison, a receiver from Connecticut, a dynamic football player, somebody who's been making big plays in this conference for 3 years, and somebody that we expect a lot of production out of this year. Scott Vallone, a defensive tackle from New York, who again will be a 4-year starter for us, you know, as we enter this year. Really sets the standard, you know, for the toughness of our defense up front. And those of you that are familiar with the Big East Conference and with Rutgers football, you know we have a great tradition of playing defense. And Scott sets that standard for us. Next to Scott is Kasim Green, the returning co-defensive player of the year in our conference. Somebody who last year made the transition from the secondary to the linebacker position and did so in a tremendous way, and certainly a great playmaker for us and one of the better playmakers in the country on defense. And then finally, Duron Harmon, who is a safety, an all-league safety for us, and really is the guy who runs the back end of our defense. A leader for us on the field, and really one of the spiritual leaders of our football team. Year in and year out, the Big East Conference is the most competitive conference in the country, top to bottom. We are looking forward to competing in that conference. I said in my opening day press conference that now is the time is right for Rutgers to win championships. We understand how hard that is. You know, that's something we haven't done at Rutgers, but we feel that we have the people in the program right now, and that time is right to not only win bowl championships, but Big East championships and BCS championships. We look forward to the challenge of doing that. I look forward to seeing everybody downstairs. Thank you for coming.